I'm Mrs. Sen, and according to Pramit, I'm the first and last member of his fan club. But personally, I think as we go home today, we are going to take a beautiful piece of him with us, and his whole notion will be completely reversed.
I remember the first time mommy and daddy told me that I was going to have a sibling. I was maybe around 3 years old, and I remember it vaguely in my head as me sitting down looking up at them. And they said, "You're going to have a new baby brother or sister." And in my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna get a new sister. And I just kind of never expected to get a younger brother. And when he was born and I saw him for the first time, I just fell in love with him, you know. So cute and tiny, and he fit in my lap. And there was this bond that I felt that I've, felt for the very first time, and it was so strong.
Pramit, he can only bring a smile on my face. He came to our lives and he brought so much more happiness and love to us. All four of us together, we enjoyed every moment. After Pramit was born, I got two children together because before he was born, Pragna was very shy and kind of quiet. Then when he was growing up, Pragna also started opening up and being more communicative, and at times they had competition with each other to who is going to get more attention. you know great time we had, and as a mother I really enjoyed being with the two of them.
Pramit as a child was the most bubbly and cheerful creature I had ever seen. I was more reserved, I didn't talk to many people, very shy. Pramit, on the other hand, loved everything and everyone. He was one of those kids that everything that he would touch, he would master it and fall in love with it. So it was a very interesting relationship we had, because he was the one that would often introduce me to a lot of things. He loved to go for walks, he loved to, pick flowers for our mom. He was the kid that would help my mom in the kitchen and make sure all the dishes are clean. And he was basically like the golden child.
He was my fitness partner. Every day I used to walk. He was still on the stroller. He enjoyed just being with me, and I enjoyed being with him so much. Walking in the, community, taking her around, he would suddenly stop, mommy, stop. And then you come out of the stroller and go into the wild and pick a flower and then come and give it to me. Mommy, this is for you. I love you. He did that every day, every time we went out. Every time. Any flower he sees, he wants to pick it up, save it for me and give it to me. So that was our life together. So bright and sunny was. He started going to school, and then we most of the time used to take a walk.
Okay.
I used to take a walk and he used to cycle, because his school was just 2 blocks away from where we lived. Even there, in between, he used to stop and wonder, oh, how beautiful this place is, And then he used to say, see a bug, ladybugs. His favorite insect was ladybug. He loved them. Springtime, he is always outside. He comes home after school. Our routine is, I pack a little lunch for myself and for him, and it's every day it's a picnic for us. We just go out to the neighborhood, just sit under a tree, watch birds, watch insects. Used to say, Mama, let's go bird watching, and then go for a picnic. Carry our bottles and just small lunch packed, some fruits, yogurt. Just be there in the nature. That's it.
He never called me by my name. He never called me Pragnya. But except for this one instance where he was around maybe 3 years old and me and him were playing together. And suddenly he looked up to me and said, Akka, why do I call you Akka? And I was like, that's because mommy and daddy told you to call me Akka. And he said, oh, okay, so can I call you by your name? I'll just say it once. I want to know how it feels. I said, okay, sure, you can call me whatever you want. So then he says, Pragnya. Then he's like, okay, no, that sounds very weird. I'll keep calling you Akka. I like how it sounds. In fact, Akka became my most used name to call me more than Pragnya itself. So much so that all of his friends in school would call me Akka. And all the kids in the bus would call me Akka. And it just became something that I identified myself with, and it all started because of him.
Yeah, as a kid, he was so bubbly, and he was so involved. He used to be a big help for me, from picking up groceries to washing, cleaning up, vacuum cleaning, coming with me for the laundry, folding the clothes, putting them together. Everything he used to be with me, helping. He used to call himself a helper. I don't know how he grew up, never gave me a tough time, not a day. He was so bubbly. Yeah. I never remember a day he used to tell me, Mom, I'm bored. I want this, I want that. Never. He used to keep himself happy with whatever he had.
Pramit, as a kid, was very bubbly and enthusiastic, just like his mother. And he has a way of expressing things very clearly and concisely, all his thoughts, all his feelings, at a very young age, and sometimes in a profound manner. Once my friend asked him, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, I want to be me. And he was just 4 years old.
I know Pramit since he was 4-year-old. I used to meet him at Venkatesh's house when he was in US. We had many interactions, and some of time his questions and answers used to surprise me, and some of the answers will be with probing questions.
Every day, not just once, many times, there's this hugging session and kissing session, So I used to ask him, Pramit, you're growing up, and then can I still kiss you after you are big, you grow your little beard and all will come, little stubs. And he used to look into my eyes and said, Mom, when I grow up, do I grow up not to be your son? And I used to say, no. Then why ask me the question? You can just do what you want. And that's what we always did, Never he was shy, never. Even outside, whenever I wanted to hug him, he liked me and he also hugged me back. So he never had any problems growing up that way.